Hey peeps, it's Andrew calling. I might need to adjust the volume still. I'm not sure if that's too loud or if that's about right. Seems a little loud to me. That's probably good there, I guess. Let's go back. Alright, so on to the Skyworld map I'm playing here, where I'm trying to beat the game on a custom version of the terrain generation, where there's huge holes everywhere, and also it all seems to be one biome, so resources are a bit tough to come by here, especially things like redstone and stuff. Oh yes, I want to make sure I actually have my chat within view. I might need that. Alright, and go back to the game. There we go. So, what we were trying to do, what happened last time is I went and threw myself in lava a couple times by mistake. Many a fun trip into the hot stuff was had. We did find another fortress. There's coordinates right over there. -147, +1431. And, well, I had just taken the last trip in the lava for the day, so then I came back here very quickly. On the agenda today is to get back to that nether fortress more reliably. I'm going to try to make a tunnel to it through the ceiling. But also we needed to get food together. So I did some stuff AFK overnight, or actually throughout the day. We have a very dark chicken here. Some people just really like the dark meat on the chicken. This guy right here. I came in today and he was there. I'm like, the heck. Not only that, I mean, we got more of them there. There's one there and there's two standing up there with a block. There was a piece of dirt here. Somebody gave me a dirt headboard. I mean, I was just standing here all day. So, what I did was got tons of eggs. Go ahead, ready already. And here's a room for, I can grow some chickens in here. This might take me a minute, but we got plenty of eggs to throw, and the plan here is to get a ton of chicken by just throwing all these eggs, since I don't have the redstone in order to automatically do it. Holy crap, that egg had a lot in it. So I'm going to throw some eggs for a while, and hopefully my audience won't throw tomatoes. And everything will be alright. So generally what I'm going to do is try to fill this room full of chickens, and we're going to have to let them grow up for a bit. But I have a looting 3 sword that I found in a chest, and that's going to make getting a hold of a ton of chicken quite quick and easy after they've grown up. That's the hard part. You gotta wait for them to grow. Might be a bit. Whoa! That one was right in my face. So, other things going on. If you caught some of my earlier vids, I mentioned I had like some kind of infection. I've been on antibiotics for it, and they're working very well. So that's all done and taken care of. You don't have to worry about that. I spent some time today working on my game, the Astro Disaster game I've been making, and I've been putting in that Kingston bot. Basically just roams around the map a little bit nearby the spaceship, at least once I give him a final position, and he'll move around a bit, he'll dance, he'll do a few little things. And I was testing him, and I was putting in all the logic for him to do all this stuff, and I accidentally ran into something extremely silly. Some of his animations didn't quite work right, and I'm gonna have to go and show you some of that. So give me a minute to continue filling this room, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got on that while we wait for these guys to grow up. It's only gonna take me like 5 minutes or something to show off a little bit of that game anyway. Besides, I got tons of eggs, so it might be a minute before I actually go do that. Yeah, we're gonna be completely set for completely set for dinner in short order. after all these grow up. Matter of fact, this room might not have enough room for everybody. We'll see. So, how y'all been doing so far? I seem to be getting a lot better just blabbing my mouth. Typically, it's pretty easy. You got two lips and you flap them a whole bunch, and words occasionally fly out, and half the time they don't make any sense. But the real trick is to get them to make any sense. But, you know, I'm still working on that part. I'll get there eventually. But, see, other things on my mind right now is dinner. I ate something for a brunch, and I hadn't had a meal since. For some reason, the day is flying by at ridiculous light speed, and it seems like most of my days have been doing that lately, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But we'll figure out dinner after the stream. I don't know how long I'm going to stream, probably about a couple hours maybe. We'll see how it goes. Dang, that's a lot of chicken. Let's see, what else is on my mind today? I actually didn't feel like going anywhere today. I literally have stayed home and done, well, I didn't do just jack squat. I'd worked on my game real hard today. I've been working on it for at least the last 6 hours, and have made great progress on what I was working on. Other than that, I spent some of the morning watching a little bit of YouTube and cooking my dinner, or my food. But that's about it. Talked to my dad briefly. He seems to be coming down with something, which reminds me, honestly, I feel like my wife and I might have caught something too. Just slightly. We're ever so slightly ill, but not very much. I think I might already be over it. Fortunately, you know, the immune system's been in good shape lately because I take a ton of vitamins. So it hadn't been an issue. It's like a flood of chicken. I don't even know what they're after. Like, I'm not certain why they're standing over in that corner, and I don't know why they like to try to run out the door either. Watch me have like 30 chickens outside the house on the roof. There's a reason specifically right now why I got the game sounds completely off. Let's go ahead and test that. That would be why right there. I'd rather not torture you to death with a ton of chicken noises. Which actually leads me to a little story. When I was a teenager, my stepdad, well, we had a chicken coop we'd built ourselves. We did that over, it probably only took about a month, just in our free time. And then, of course, we had some chickens that he'd bought from just who knows where, probably some auction real cheap. Then the next time, like the next year, or I don't remember what time of year we went and did this, but we saved a bunch of the eggs that we figured were fertilized. And there was a way to check to see if they were fertilized or not. I think you let them sit for a while and you hold them up to a light, and if they look a certain way, they were fertilized, but I'm not sure. So we got a hold of a incubator, and it was basically like this styrofoam box with a heater in it, usually just like a red light bulb, and it had like a wire mesh you could stick the eggs on, and underneath that there was an area for water. Because once the eggs hatched, you had to keep the baby chicks moist, otherwise they'd get too dehydrated and die. That almost happened once. So it took some time for all the chicks to grow into, well, I mean, all the eggs to turn into chicks, and we ended up with a ton of chickens, like baby chickens. Man, I can't even stand in this. It's a mosh pit. And then, let's see what happened. Oh yeah, one thing you don't expect after you've had a bunch of chicks, And this was just one room away from my bedroom. Once they start growing a little bit, they start making a bunch of little clucking noises, and they can get rather annoying. I mean, if you sit there and hear clucking noises the entire day long, even once the chicks start sleeping, you'll still hear clucking noises, even when they're not making any. It's kind of like if you ever do any of the charity work for, what's the ones that ring the bell? Salvation Army? Yeah. The people that do the Salvation Army bell ringing, after like a day of sitting there ringing the bell periodically, they'll go home, not have the bell anywhere, and they'll still hear the bell ringing. And it's kind of like a little bit of a torture. It really sucks when that happens. I'm probably just going to do this inventory, and then we're going to wait for these guys to grow a bit. And I'll go off and do something else, not too far away while we do that. But anyway, yeah, we actually went and grew our own chicks for our chicken coop several times. I don't remember if it was the first year we did it, but either the first year or the second year we did it. My stepdad, he was supposed to check the incubator for water in the morning before he went off to work, and one day he forgot to do it, and I came home and checked on the chicks, and they're all, like, I opened the thing up and it looked like they're all dead. I'm like, I panicked, got some water and tried to save them, and like had a little syringe, and I put some water in their mouths and stuff, and I saved almost all of them. A handful didn't make it, but I almost got them all. It was plenty enough for us to have a decent set of chickens for that year. So, you know, kind of odd when the parent forgets his responsibility, but it's all right. He was rather, my stepdad was a little scatterbrained on the rare occasion, but honestly, he was pretty good guy. Let's see, I guess since we're talking about being on the farm, I can continue that conversation after we go check my game, because I'm about to be done with this. So we're gonna let these guys do their thing, then I'm gonna show you a couple things while I do that. So let me just go ahead and hit this, hit that there, go ahead and get this up to 5. Actually, I think I need to compile first. I go main. Yeah. Alright. So go over here and click on that. Okay. So here's my game so far. So this is the game I've been working on for a bit. For about all year. It's been my COVID project, basically. And it's called Astro Disaster so far. Basically, the idea here is you're on an experimental craft, which is supposed to be this thing here, the big mothership down there. And you go flying faster than light speed, and then you end up running into something at near light speed in a different solar system, and it blows the thing apart. And just a little bit of it survives, like the main ship that I'm in right now survives. And then you got to go around an alien solar system and collect all the pieces of the main ship and put it back together. So this here is the test world. This here is just a door I was testing. I haven't really set this whole thing up for show that much yet, because I'm just testing pieces that do different things. I was working today on Kingston, this little robot over here, and he walks around now. He'll do a few things here and there. Sometimes he does some silly stuff. I hadn't quite got him right yet, and if you look right there, he's trying to weld. It looks like he's got his little Johnson hanging out. I screwed that up. And I haven't got him fixed yet, and that's what I wanted to show you. That I managed to screw this guy up, Just a little bit. I was trying to get them the bugs worked out today before the stream, and this bug came up, and my wife and I busted out laughing because he's trying to pull out his little welder torch, but he only shows the first frame of it, and I did not realize that it looks like he's got his cock out. So, and he gets stuck like that. I don't know why. I've been trying to fix him, but I hadn't got it to work yet. But yeah, I got a good bit of animations done with this guy, and he does some stuff. He can also dance and things, so maybe we can get him to dance. We'll see. He'll walk around different ways, and he'll face the camera, and he'll just stand there on occasion. But let me see if I can get him to dance. I think I got him set to stand there for like 10 seconds, and then he'll decide to do something else. I kind of just force the issue here. Go decide to do something else. You can do it, Kingston. Go. Give us a little jig. Come on. There we go. You're just standing there facing the camera. He'll eventually decide to dance if I give him enough time. But anyway, there's other things I was working on with this game, and oh, there he's dancing. Oh, he got interrupted because he ran into something. He'll figure it out. There's other things I was doing with this game, like this here is supposed to be a homing projectile that I'm using right now, and it's trying to aim towards that big ship back there. We got laser beams, we got big wave beams, they go through the terrain and stuff. And then we got regular shots. And there's a ton of upgrades that I got put in the game already. Some for faster things, like faster shooting, better thruster, more shields and fuel and all that kind of stuff. But let me get this. Let me put him somewhere else where he's not running into that rock all the time. And plus I got a bunch of puzzle elements done and things like that. So let me just put him in here. I don't know, maybe I'll throw him over this way real quick. I got, while he decides not to dance, I'll go over here and check out this here. This is basically a pressure plate, and this one's currently set up to any object that lands on it, it'll activate it. So that's that. I got a lever over here that obviously it's just standing there. You can shoot it to activate it if it's pointed the right way. You can tow the lever in the right direction. You can run into it like that. It all works. A whole bunch of painstaking, things to get that to work. Here's just one of the random items. It's not fully implemented yet. I kind of put it there just to remind me to do it. Let's see. I think I've set this particular pressure plate up to activate with just either a rock or the ship, and I don't remember because it looks like this object isn't working on it. Hey, there he's dancing. That's what that's what I was waiting for. I wanted to see him dance. So, and he decided to stand there. So I'm still working out the bugs with that guy. He can do it. Occasionally he'll try to ramp off things too. But anyway, that's what I got so far. A bunch of puzzle elements and a whole ton of items and upgrades for the ship and stuff. I hadn't got the terrain finalized yet. I'm going to be working on that yet. This was a whole test level. That's why it looks like this hard edge on the very top up there. You're not supposed to see all that. This was a very small test level. Let's see. Shoot this guy. There's some particle effects and stuff like that. I need to work on the explosions too. Hadn't got there. Let me heal up. Alright, and that's what I got so far. Let me go ahead and go back to Minecraft. and get this back up. Minecraft. Alright, they're still not full grown yet. Let me check chat. Oh yeah, looks like Zach P97 has done some bell ringing in the past. Will there be any beta tests of the game? Absolutely. And guess who I'm going to be asking to do that? The people in my chat. Anybody that feels like they want to help with the beta testing once it gets that far, we'll do that. And it'll be a good time. You're my first targets for the subject matter. Alright, so as you can see, I've done at least a little bit since you were all gone. Not a ton, but a little bit. I'd like to make an anvil. I think I need 3 of these. It's been a while since I made an anvil. Yeah. Alright. Just drop, throw it there, I suppose. I'd like to see if I can heal this thing up a bit. Yeah, that works. Cheap enough. Alright, so now I got a better looting 3 sword for when I go to fight all that stuff, or kill the chickens off. And we're gonna need some stuff, and I'm probably gonna have to go get some more iron soon, because I'm in rough shape. I don't have as much iron as I'd hoped for. That's literally all the iron I got. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of mining. Not a ton. Do I have... Okay, I got boots, and I could probably make a helmet out of this. Butter boots and a butter helmet. Go ahead and make a shield. Now, I'm going to need a bunch of... I'm going to need a heck of a lot of ender pearls here shortly. So, you can see where my primary target is right there. I just need to be ready for them, that's all. Go ahead and get a little bit of chicken here. Because I'm probably going to get my butt kicked a little bit. Yeah, this is actually a little odd to fight without the sound on, so let me change that up. Might be annoying for a minute. Hi. He's kicking my butt. Armor ain't doing much. Are your ears bleeding yet? I wish I could selectively turn off the chickens. There's one. Where'd it go? Oh. Where'd the torch come from? Whoa! He didn't give me one. Alright. He decided to dodge and go through the floor, and now he's gonna kill me. Yep. Oh, there went that. Fortunately, not too far away. Where'd it go? Ah! There we go. Probably should have used the looting sword the whole time. Would have helped. Alright, now we can go back to less ear bleeding. I'll just go ahead and put that down a little bit. And did I get all my junk back? Maybe. Put that there, put that there, put that on. 3 pearls. I got something out of it at least. Alright, that'll work. I guess that will do the trick. Okay. Now, what I can do to actually make some of the chickens grow faster is like feed them. But I don't know how that's going to work out. Oh, never mind. They're all full. They done grew. Okay, good. We're about to get a ton of chicken. I don't think they're all grown yet. Let me just do the ones that are over here. I think there's a bunch of chicks in the corner, so I'm not going to smack those anymore. Seem to be working out. I can turn off friendly creatures and sound settings. Let's check that. Options. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah. I don't need to hear chickens anyway. They're highly annoying in this quantity. Oh yeah, that's much better. Thank you for the tip. Alright. So, as I was saying before, yeah, I grew up on a little bit of a farm. It wasn't really one of those, let's go make a ton of money with the farming. It was more of a, my stepdad had a day job and so did my mom. And we just happened to have a bunch of land where we would occasionally do stuff on. That we could farm to some extent. Like, we had some horses and stuff, which was pretty cool. Who the heck is opening my doors? Okay. Oh, the chicks are opening up my doors. Okay. Let me just take care of that real quick. There's gonna be chickens everywhere in this area. Okay. Well, we got multiple stacks of chicken, and that's what I needed, so let's go ahead and get some of that cooking. A little bit cool. That's pretty cool. Alright. And since I got a ton of feathers, I got way more feathers than I've got flint, so let's go ahead and put that away. And I'll take some, I'll just make some arrows. Put this here. Anyway, about on the farm, I had horses for a good bit, not right off the bat. This isn't a farm we bought that way. It was basically an open field when my stepdad got it, and then it became, well, we had to grow it into or work at it to get it to do anything. And it was difficult. It took several years to really get it anywhere, but we did manage to get it somewhere. Somewhat. To where we had it fenced enough in where we could have horses and things. And we also had a bunch of chickens every year. Usually you'd cycle those out every year or so. You'd butcher the ones you had, and then you would get new chickens one way or the other. And then you could have eggs, and you'd also have a bunch of fresh chicken meat. So I get to experience all that, which was odd in many ways, but generally a good learning experience, I suppose. I don't really care to go butchering things. I'm a kind person, generally. But sometimes, you know, if you're in the market for... If you got that as a profession, sure, that's fine. Or if you have your own farm, that's also good. You probably had to do all that. We also had, like, on at least 2 different years, we had butterball turkeys. It's nighttime. I'm going to... I'm gonna go take a nap. And the butterball turkeys, we raised those clear from chicks. Very, very small, obviously. And they were just about the same, like ever so slightly bigger than baby chickens when they were hatched. And then they'd end up being this enormous bird. Probably a little bigger than what you could get at the grocery store, because ours were pretty well fed. I mean, they'd be like 25 pounds or something, maybe even 30. That's after you even butchered, I think. We had one that it injured its legs somehow as a baby chick, and it didn't walk right at all. Like, one of the legs didn't grow right. So we called that one Hobbles. He didn't get around real well. He mostly just sat next to the food dish and ate food and drank water. Didn't do a whole lot else, but he was generally pretty friendly. He was probably the most friendly of all of the turkeys. We handled him a good bit to help him out and stuff. But in general, the turkeys were fairly tame in the first place. The chickens weren't as friendly as the turkeys were. Alright, we're in good shape for food now. I can go ahead and put this away. And put that away. We don't absolutely have to go. We're going to want to get some iron just for pickaxes, most likely. So let's go ahead and get a bit of iron together, and then we're going to go back into the nether and see what we can do. I'll have to go out in the woods a bit and see if I can find some more holes to throw myself down. Actually, I think there was a spot I wanted to go over this way. So, what else? We had goats one time. My stepdad went and bought one goat, and we had the goat bred. And then that gave us, I think they had 4 babies, probably, baby goats. And the mother wasn't particularly that well tamed, but because we went through the trouble of, well, I had the job of milking the mom every morning throughout the winter, pretty much, which was a real pain. But then... Alright, that's what I thought. There was a hole down here. I heard stuff down here earlier. So I had to milk the mom, and I would put the milk somewhere else, and my mom and stepdad would take the milk and feed the babies with the milk. So I didn't get to do that part really, which sucked, but we ended up with very, very tame baby goats, and they loved us. So once they grew up a little bit, they'd spend as much time around us as they possibly could. Though they were out in the field with the horses usually. I think what happened was Raleigh, or my stepdad, Raleigh, he sold all but one of the goats, and we kept one of them for quite a long time. And that one was like super cute and very tame, and it would like jump around on top of the chicken or the turkey coop. We had like a separate small one that we occasionally used. It was really like a rabbit hut kind of thing, but we didn't use that one any more than like a little bit for like one random turkey once. He'd jump on top of that and make a ton of noise. He'd try to climb on anything he could. If my stepdad was working on something, he would go and stand on my stepdad's back any chance he got. Actually, I think it was a female goat that we kept. Yeah. Alright, I need to go this way. I shouldn't go this way. Alright, I brought arrows, once again, and forgot my bow. Imagine that. Concentrating. There we go. Might as well. Oh, he can't get over here anyway. Let's piss him off a little bit. There we go. He's gone. You. I thought he might fall off the edge, but nope. The edge isn't quite that close. Where'd he go? I think he might have fell off the edge. Alright. I need a new pickaxe. Clearly, need a new pickaxe. Alright. So, anyway, yeah, we had all kinds of stuff over various times. One time, I think it was, this was like, either when I was in basic training, over one summer, they had a cow that my mom actually became quite attached to. I never got to interact with it. I think they went and butchered it like as soon as I got back from basic training. But you know, what can I do? One time we had a pig for all the length of time it took to get to the house, and then it immediately got butchered. And then see, we had quite a few horses over the years. Usually what we would do is we'd get like some random untamed horse. Well, not well-trained horse. You couldn't really ride it very easily. And then my stepdad, he was a pretty good horse trainer, so we would train the horse up to do whatever we wanted to. He would get a hold of what you would call as a Tennessee Walker horse. It was a certain type breed of horse that would walk very, very fast instead of gallop, and it gave you a much smoother ride. Of course, you could still get them to gallop if you go too fast, but it was pretty neat in its own way. We wouldn't usually get full bred most of the time. We did get one full bred. But we would get a hold of like half-breed. One was a half Appaloosa, which is a rather pretty horse in my opinion. Holy crap! All right, it's time. All right. That's a lot of chicken. I'm glad you can't. I'm glad I turned off the chicken noises. It would have been quite torture. We're gonna be swimming in chicken for a while. This worked far better than I expected it to. I wasn't expecting to get stacks upon stacks of chicken from just, you know, 2 chests, or even it was more like 1 chest and a third or so of eggs. But hey, it worked out. I leveraged what I had and really came out ahead. That was pretty good. So we're gonna be set for food, rather permanently. Hopefully, unless I go and start dying with stacks and stacks of food on me, which wouldn't be any surprise at all. Alright, just you guys left. Hopefully I was using the right sword this whole time. Debatable. Hard to say. Yeah. Alright. Put that in there. Put that in there. Yeah, we're set for food. Definitely set for food. Not what I wanted to put that in there. And I'll go ahead and throw all the eggs in there too. They laid quite a lot of egg. I'm gonna need another furnace just so I can cook some iron. It's not a lot of iron, but something. Oh, I already got coal. Alright, get that cooking. We could use a little bit more iron. I can see what I can find. And I got those guys hanging around. So, oh well. I'm sure there's a hole I could throw myself down around here somewhere. Hopefully not one that's bottomless. Alrighty. What else we got to talk about? Actually, I did not ride the horses as much as I really should have. It's one of those regrets later in life. I was extremely engrossed in computers and computer games. So I played games constantly as a teenager, and I didn't have much else of an interest. And now that I'm a little older, I now regret that I had horses and didn't ride them much. Because a lot of people just would love the chance to have horses and ride them anytime they wanted. And I didn't. Now, I did spend a lot of time with them. Like, I enjoyed their company. I'd groom them a lot. I'd feed them all the time. I took care of them. But I didn't ride them much. But my stepdad and my mom, they did ride them a good bit. So at least I still got some enjoyment out of it. And they did too. So it worked out, I suppose. I need some more iron. Bad. Not sure where I'm going to get said iron. At least we got a decent ravine sitting here. But it doesn't appear to have much iron in it. Well, it's getting dark. Better drink my own piss. Oh, I did it again. Bear Grylls meme. That's old by now. Alright, there's a little bit of iron. It's not the most accessible thing in the world. Not too inaccessible though, due to the odd tactic. Alright, that's... Hey, there's more. But wait! There's more! Oh, and I'm screwing it up. Come on. Gib. Gib iron. Oh, there's a bunch. Might be a moment. Takes a bit to do anything in the water. Speaking of which, if you haven't tried getting a hold of a bunch of equipment that was enchanted specifically for mining underwater and then moving fast underwater and being able to breathe long-term underwater and gone mining in an ocean, you really should. It is the easiest way to get a hold of tons of iron, but also a decent way to get a whole bunch of oh, I'm dying. A whole bunch of other minerals that you would need too. That's my favorite way to get a hold of a ton of iron. Specifically, it's just, you know, jump into the ocean, start doing all the caves underwater with a night vision potion. And if you also take with you some water breathing potions, which is optional really, that helps a lot too. And then you can get a ton of resources in a short period of time because you can just swim through the caves real fast. And you don't have to do hardly any fighting because most of the caves they're not going to have any enemies in them. Unfortunately, there's not a single ocean to be had here, so that's out of the question. Can't do none of that. Hold on. I remember breaking a pickaxe, but I don't really... Oh, I think I did make one. Never mind. Alright, I need to get to that, and I could use a little bit of stuff to do it with. Come on. I guess I'm used to using iron tools, and this slow pickaxe here of the stone variety is taking longer than I'm used to, so I start turning away before I'm done. Alright, way over there, there's some more iron. There's some more iron there. I'm just going to get a bit of iron together, and then we'll start with the main course of going through the nether a bit. Of course, that part's going to be boring, most likely, compared to this. Because I'm just going to be digging in, catching myself on fire on occasion. And then when the coordinates pop up the right general location, I'll be making something to go down to the fortress. And then hopefully I can make it nice and reliable and I can get there so I can die over and over and over without it being a big deal. Because I seem to be very, very magnetically attracted to the lava for some reason. I'm not sure why. It might just be all the rust. I don't remember this song. I'm not sure if this is the right album for this song. Huh. It's odd. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Sure my wife will tell me. So I'm pretty certain I'm in the right. Let me just go ahead and double check. Yeah, this is Red October Mind. Yeah? Okay.
What are they saying about my song?
I didn't remember the existence of Red October Mind.
That's one that didn't make it.
What?
That's one that I didn't put in there.
Oh.
It's a bonus track.
Oh, okay. Well, here first.
What?
Maybe that'll show up somewhere. Rob's insinuating that I'm going to become a pile of charcoal, potentially. Of course, he's hoping I won't, but yeah, very likely. Considering that's the #1 way for me to die so far has been lava. Typically, in the past, I hadn't died of lava that much. But I suppose I hadn't really done a heck of a lot on camera in the nether. Oh, hey, more iron. That's good. I suppose the real challenge is going to be trying to find something to talk about when I'm in the nether. Just digging a hole forever. I'll figure something out. Do we have any more iron anywhere? Might have some over here. There's some gold. Don't see that around here much. I'm gonna have to make another pickaxe. That worked. And I might need some of this too. So what y'all been up to today? I done told you everything I did. I did today, pretty much. Still waiting on that USB port set to come before I really start making much other videos, because occasionally, you know, my voice will cut out. Or, well, it doesn't really cut out. It's like, it gets weird and fuzzy. I can't even mine the gold right now. Oh well, don't need it. There's more gold. Tons of gold sitting around. I wonder if I can actually get a little bit of redstone around here. It might be approximately deep enough for that. Or at least for lapis or something. Oh, there's a ton of iron here. Ah, cookie boots knitting a scarf. Very nice. I knitted something one time, and I don't remember what it was now. Right off the top of my head. I think I might have knitted a part of a scarf. Wasn't very long scarf. I was incredibly bored one day. Well, one week, really. So... yeah, it's a little odd, that guy knitting. My mom taught me how to sew, too. Which actually came in handy at work, because we had an incident, we've had cases where the uniforms started falling apart, the work-issued uniforms. And I was the only person that really knew how to sew and had a sewing machine. So I brought that in and fixed up the everybody's work uniforms. There were these bulletproof vests, and some of the Velcro was coming off. So it was useful. It's a good skill to have. I can at least repair clothes. My mom, she's made clothes before, but mostly she made a ton of blankets. She actually does quilting. And if you hadn't really heard much about quilting, I know a whole lot about it, but I do know that if you make a quilt, even a basic one, you could sell for like $400, and if you make a really nice one, you could easily sell it for $1,200 or at least $800. And she tends to make really nice ones with a whole bunch of special pattern embroidery and stuff like that, or a bunch of sewn in patterns and such, and it's all hand stitched instead of machine done. Usually you get more if you I think the prices I said were for hand stitched. You don't get as much if you machine stitch them. I don't know a whole lot about all that though. But usually every time I go to my mom's, well, she's part of a quilting club, and she's got like this huge quilt rack in her living room, and where she sits down and works on the quilt. And sometimes the quilting club will get together and work on a quilt too. I don't see any more iron, and we got over a stack, so I got plenty. So we'll go ahead and get out of here and go on to greater things, probably. Let me just check this real quick. Don't see a lot. I see an undead and a huge hole here that I don't particularly feel like falling down, so let's not do that. There's also that. Also a hole. There appears to be, I don't know if that's gold or iron, but I'm not going to go after it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Oh. Slightly impeded my upward momentum here. I was actually considering doing a particular map for a stream sometime soon. I'm on Reddit, as just about everybody is, but I saw in the Minecraft Invention subreddit that there was a parkour world map that had just got done that actually looked pretty neat. It's not absolutely huge, but it would definitely, give me some content, especially since I'm not great at parkour. So it'd take me quite a while to get through it. And I could probably really use to get some practice at parkour in this game, and it would help me out in general. So I might look into doing that sometime soon. Typically I don't do a whole lot of parkour in general, never really had. But it can be fun. And this map really looked like it was pretty well done. Just I'm going to split this up a bit. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get a hold of enough material. I'm not gonna take this in just yet. Or should I? Probably not. I'll have to come back for it. Don't need that. I need to make a ton of pickaxes. Might as well make 4, I suppose, since I didn't have enough iron on me for it. That'll help. There, 5 pickaxes. Let's see. Actually, take the bow with me. Store the looting sword for later. I might need it though. Take some more iron. Might as well make a bucket. Never know when you need a bucket. Might be able to just prevent lava from splashing in my face with it. Probably don't need much. Well, yeah, I'm gonna need some torches, honestly. And I got some spruce log. And go and fill up on. Probably had a chicken walk out, it's my guess. Yep. Oh well. Alright, am I good to go? Okay, shield, I got my junk on. Cobblestone, spruce logs will work. Glod, I don't need. I think we're in good shape and probably ready to go. I'm gonna have, oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go ahead and make a ton of ladders. Gonna need that. That'll work. I'm probably gonna save. Nah, I probably shouldn't save any of this for later. I'll take them all with me. Alright, that may do the trick. And do I have any match or something here? Well, I'm gonna need some chests. There we go. Alright, I think we're ready. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to... one more thing I could actually use. In case I manage to find or have a really good use for a fishing pole, I'm going to go ahead and bring a fishing pole with orb fungus on it. There we go. Okay, now we're ready. Because you never know if you find one of those guys with a saddle on it, and it could be useful. Let me check chat in a minute. Okay. I have some options here. So I think what we'll do is I'm just going to start here. Go ahead and pillar up into the ceiling and see how it goes. Now hopefully gas doesn't blow this right out from my, well, it can't completely, but worst the gas can do to this right here is knock the ladders off of it. Now the worst I can do to myself is fall to my death. And I'm concentrating, so I'm not saying much. Speaking of falling to my death, nearly did so. That's fine. We'll heal once I get upstairs here. And, oh. No, I just had just enough there. Go up a ways. Get some more. Suppose I can just leave that there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's a little bit of bedrock up there. So I'm going to go clear up to where we can see some bedrock and in general and keep it there. Alright, what's the average height of bedrock in this area? This high? Hopefully. Check. Okay, that looks like the bottom of the bedrock, so we'll go from here. Technically, that should make it ever so slightly less likely for me to get lava on my head. Won't make a big difference, but we'll see. Just put that there. Okay, now, where are we headed? Alright, so it's not that way, that way. So we're heading that way, and I'm gonna have to go somewhat to the left. No? Nope, somewhat to the right. Yeah. Okay. That'll work. So we're gonna be digging 1,000 blocks here. Actually, it's more like 1,500. So this might be a bit. Do apologize for the not the greatest visual content right here, but it's what happens on occasion. Sometimes you got to go put in the hard work, and in order to reap the proper rewards that you're after. It's generally the way it is with life in general. Like, and the more you put it off or try to find a way around it, the worse things are. Just it takes forever, you get discouraged or something. I'm kind of brute forcing this. There's technically some other ways I could probably do this, but it would be a bit hacky. There's an easy way for me to get through the nether ceiling, and I could literally just walk there, except then I had to get back through the nether ceiling downwards, which is significantly harder. And I would have to go and spend quite a bit of time busting bedrock and possibly even several pieces of bedrock before I found a proper spot to get through. And that would be a nightmare and could take me an hour by itself. So instead, might as well just take the hour and dig a tunnel. And it may not even take an hour, this might only take a half hour. Yeah. Maybe not, but we'll see. So enjoy the music. I might occasionally take a vocal break because I could probably use one right now. And I'm going to check chat here in just a second. Oh, there it went. Chat is actually scrolled away, and I'm going to have to scroll the chat down. Alright. Hey, Tom T, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Man, chat's actually going for today, huh? Let's see here. Cookie says some things. Something about a cake. Oh, Cookie made a cake from scratch. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever done that. I made a pie from scratch. And did the quarantine bring back my passion for YouTube? Well, I'm not really under quarantine right now. What happened with it was, since I spent quite a bit of this year in my spare time learning how to program, I decided I was going to switch careers, and because I happen to have my house and vehicle paid off, and my expenses are pretty low, I'm able to take off a good bit of time, and I can just live with my wife's income for right now. I got some money saved up in case I need it, but I shouldn't have any trouble just taking the next 3 to 6 months off and doing YouTube and making the game I've been making, Astro Disaster. And even if I'm not able to sell my game, I'll have a bunch of programming experience and a very, very large thing on a portfolio that I can show. And it'll easily be able to get me a job in the programming field. it should be significantly better than the security field I've been in. Because I've been working as a security guard supervisor at a hospital for the past 4.5 years. And this year is not the best of years to be doing that kind of thing. Basically, the workload went nuts, and my shift was permanently kept one person shorter than the other shifts. And when I complained about it, that was rather basically intentional and permanent. So that wasn't going to change. And then the workload kept on going up. They had the security guards, especially me, escort all the COVID patients around the hospital every time we moved them anywhere at all. Now that's into the hospital, into a room. That's from a room to ICU. That'd be from ICU to the morgue, or whatever room to the morgue. If that came to that, whether it was discharging a patient as well, security had to do it. And that almost always fell specifically on my shoulders when I was on the job. So I've been exposed so many times, it's ridiculous. I'm actually pretty certain I've had it twice, and might even have a touch of it right now. It's just that I've been exposed to it so many times, and I've got a pretty strong immune system that it's not really doing hardly a thing to me right now. The only way I can tell that I might have it is if I lose my sense of taste and might feel a little under the weather. And that happened today. So I could just barely taste my breakfast. But I'm doing okay right now. I'm hoping to taste my dinner. And then everything should be okay. But yeah, I think it is something you can catch more than one time. It's just every time you do catch it, you build up more of a resistance to it, and it's not so big of a deal. Let me scroll down, chat, because I scrolled it up a ways. Cookie Boot made cookies. Hey, imagine that. Let's see here. Yeah, I could also publish my game as a mobile app. I told my stepbrother I might make a mobile app version of sorts, but I don't know how all I'm going to do that, or how my marketing is going to work on that. But I should be able to make a mobile version of the game, but it's not going to be a free-to-play kind of game, most likely. I was going to stick it on Steam and sell it there, and maybe I can find some other market to sell it through various stores for a mobile game. Should be able to. The real problem, in my opinion, is going to be figuring out how to get the control schemes to work on a mobile game. Though I have an idea. You can emulate joysticks, like 2 joysticks even, on a cell phone, just by sticking your thumbs in certain spots on the screen. So it should be totally doable. Probably a good thing I brought torches. Gonna need some more. Alright, that's pretty good there. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. Let's see what else is going on. One thing, speaking of mobile games and mobile markets, one of the reasons why I'm a little hesitant to stick my game on a mobile market, I'm sure I'll find a way around this, is I always felt that a lot of the mobile markets were in many ways rather dishonest, or in some ways awful, because they would you'd get a game and they'd still have ads in it. Of course, most of the time those were probably free games in the first place, and the free-to-play mobile game market is super saturated and full of garbage, as far as I could tell. And I'm a very ethical person, and I don't really want to make an unethical game or business decision if I can help it. For instance, even after putting tons of time and effort into this game, the most I was planning on ever charging for it was like $12. And then I would give you every version of it. You could play it on any device you got, unless it starts selling on consoles, and they kind of require you to buy a version of it for all whichever console you're on. But what can you do on that? But oh well. But you know, you'd be able to get a hold of the Windows or the Linux version automatically on Steam, for instance. And I wasn't gonna charge. I most likely would never charge for DLCs or updates, and I'd probably continue updating the game and adding more stuff to it. So, but I just I'm personally just sick of the way a huge amount of businesses are in some way, shape, or form unethical, and I just don't want to have anything to do with unethical business practices. They bother me more than anything else, really. They're like the scourge on humanity, in my opinion. So, you know, if I have any kind of company, I'm going to be making that as ethical as I can pull off in general. And I think that over time, business will significantly benefit from such a thing. You won't have anywhere near as much bad press. You're not going to end up being the EA of game companies or anything, where everybody hates your guts, all that kind of stuff. And actually, after I'd made plenty of money on the game, and it'd been out for a long time, and you know the sales slowed way down, I was probably just going to make the game free. But I wouldn't do that unless I'd had it out for like 10 years. This is going to take a while. So that's generally the plan on all that, and my thoughts on the subject. And my stomach is trying to rumble. It's getting close. I probably should have ate something before I started streaming, but I was busy working on my game. Let's check chat again. Let's see here. Vex map. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing a Vex Super Hostile map next. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming that or if it's going to be a video series. In the past, I've only done video series on it. I don't know. Well, as you can see, what I've been doing lately, anyway, is Minecraft I've been streaming, and any other games I've been videoing. Which, that could work. I don't know if I'll keep doing it that way. I don't know. We'll see. It might take a lot more picks to get through this than I expected. Unfortunate. I think each iron pick is only good for, was it 124 blocks or was it 256? I don't remember. Either way, I'm breaking 2 blocks to advance 1 block. So still, they're not going to last a long time. What else is in chat? Let's see. Whatever happened to that Dwarf Fortress series? Oh, you're probably talking about the Dwarf Fortress series where I did a only a pick challenge, or just a pick challenge. I was actually the inventor of that challenge. And I finally got one going, and then, you know, I immediately stopped playing videos. Or stopped making videos of it. Well, clearly at this point I've lost that save file, so I couldn't continue that, but I could go and do it again without too much trouble. The real problem right now is I hadn't played Dwarf Fortress in a long time, so I would be super rusty, and it would be a lot harder for me to get started. But at the time, I just ran out of steam. Like, this is years ago now. I was burned out in general on playing games and streaming at the time, so I had trouble keeping it going. Of course, the reason why I had all that trouble was because I wasn't having a good time and didn't have very many good prospects for my own personal future. Now I do, so I am in significantly better mood, so I can do a heck of a lot more. We are a third of the way approximately. That sucks. But anyway, as far as Dwarf Fortress goes, they're making a Steam version, and as soon as that comes out, which I have no idea when that's going to be, I was going to get that and make videos on it. So Dwarf Fortress will come back in the future. I couldn't tell you when, because I don't know when it's coming out, but it is in the works and in the plan. And I was planning on waiting for the Steam version for whatever reason. But, you know, if the community said, hey, we want you to play this anyway, and go ahead and get the regular version, I might consider doing so. But I'd probably have to have several people ask. We'll see. I'd have to think about it. Now, I can actually tell you a little bit about that particular challenge. I actually did, in my off time, go and start Just to Pick challenge and completed it. But it wasn't quite the same. It was not in as bad of a biome. If you've never seen the challenge, basically it was, normally you'll play Dwarf Fortress and you'll start in wherever you want in the world, and you bring a whole bunch of equipment with you and skills. You can give your dwarves skills and stuff. What I did was I gave my dwarves 0 skills and brought nothing with me except a pick. That means they had no food on them to last. I had to immediately dig down into the ground, find a cavern that had some food in it, and use the food there. That was the challenge, basically. And also, to make it extra difficult, I didn't just do it anywhere. I was doing it like in the most northern end of the map, or somewhere that was completely covered in ice or snow, or you couldn't grow anything on the ground, and there would be nothing. There would be no. What's it called? Brain fart. There would be no resources to get on the surface at all, or at least as little as you could find. Like, there'd be no food on the surface at all. Of course, also with that game, you have the other challenge of trying to get through the. It's called a what is it called? Aquifer, which is real tough. An aquifer is basically a layer of soil in that game that constantly generates water next to it. So if you try to dig through it, it'll just pour water on top of your head. And you can easily flood your whole base or even whole map with it very quickly. And it's a real pain. And there's special techniques to get through the aquifer. In the very far north of that particular game, one way to do it was to freeze the water from the aquifer into ice to make ice walls, and then you could dig through the center of a bunch of ice in order to get through the aquifer, and you wouldn't have to deal with it. There was various ways to do that, but it took a lot of time, and doing that before all your dwarves froze to death, well, not really froze to death, but like starved or got dehydrated, was a real headache. You could get away with the dehydration problem by making them drink well water if you could keep your well water instead of ice, and that wasn't hard to do with an aquifer, as long as your aquifer wasn't like immediately exposed to the air, like to the sky. But that still only gave you enough time to where you had to get in through the aquifer and into at least the first cavern before everybody starved to death.
Start the playlist again.
Oh yeah, it did stop, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Here it is. Play. There we go. Let's take a quick gander just so we can get a little bit different scenery for a moment. Where are we? Alright, so we are at 649 and I need like 1400 or something. Not a lot going on, really. But yeah, at one point I'd went and completed a just to pick challenge and managed to pull off the whole thing and build a base in the. I really don't think I stuck it in a completely empty north area. It was not covered nice in snow. Well, not all the time anyway. It had a fairly barren surface. Hold on. What? I can't hear you.
You messed up in a way playing the last song. You'd have to start the whole thing.
I see. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright.
Let's see. Let's actually pick the top song instead of the very bottom song. There we go. That should be better. Alrighty. Okay. Let me check chat. Hey, Happy Bot. Let's see here. Hello. Talk to your first video I ever watched. You know. Oh. I came up for years for anything Buildcraft related. Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's how I end up with a million views for that one Buildcraft query video. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. IC2 series in 2012. Yeah. I keep on finding little holes here. I was actually considering at some point I might play some more modded Minecraft. The real problem right now is almost all the mods are stuck at version 112, and I've already gotten used to the latest features, and it really doesn't look like very many of the mod authors of any mods, hardly, are trying to put their stuff into the new versions of Minecraft. It's rather unfortunate. So that's part of why I've been playing so much vanilla, because I wanted to see what the freshest stuff was. I'm looking forward to the next version where we got the caves update. I want to see what all's in that. So when that pops out, I'm definitely going to be streaming that. 7:14. Actually, I've been very fortunate not to run into any lava. Also, very fortunate not to fall into the lava at the bottom of the map from a little hole. Could still happen. Let's see. I'll probably end up falling through a hole and dying while I check chat or something. Huh. Got a new B mod? That's cool. I remember playing with that. I played with that a lot. I wonder what that would be like. I wonder if it's anything like the original B mod. Of course, now we got bees in Minecraft. I've been doing a good bit with those too. Basically, what I tend to do when they pop out new weird features like the bees is I'll make a map or happen to be on a map that has them. I'll just go out of my way to research them and try them out and see what I can do with it. So yeah, they're decently easily farmable, the current bees. As long as you got some glass. That's the real problem with some of these maps I've been playing, like this one. Glass is hard to come by. Because sand is hard to come by. I can get some glass, or at least bottles, from trading hoglins, but not a lot. I'm gonna have to make a run home for more iron shortly. We could probably use a break from this kind of scenery anyway. Could get some fresh air. Another thing I could talk about, actually, have you guys ever heard of a server called, was it 2B2T? Or 2T2B? Supposedly it's the oldest Minecraft server still running, and it's an anarchy server. So there's like, it's completely full of hackers. So like almost everybody that plays on it is a hacker in some way, and they've got a hack client that can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And they completely screwed with their spawn area intentionally. Like, their spawn area is an enormous war zone that stretches thousands of blocks. And it's an extreme challenge to get through it, because you're going to have to go like 10,000 blocks or more before you can even find seeds, and let alone any food, if you're just starting out on that game. The current community is very hostile intentionally towards newcomers. Part of that is because the game tends to have so many, that server's got so many people trying to get into it and play on it, that there's a huge queue. It's not unusual for you to sit there and wait an hour just to get in. That's really one of the big reasons why I don't play on it any, because I really hate to mess with the queue. It also has a serious problem with lag on that server. There's a lot of people that intentionally made lag machines to lag the server out for various reasons, mostly just to be a pain in the butt. But some of them use it also to dupe items, like duplicate items. And a laggier environment actually helps you duplicate stuff. I did play on that a little bit, not very much. I managed to get out of the spawn area and make a base out in the middle of nowhere, and get some food and stuff together. And my character is still alive and out in the wilderness someplace, though not in a house or anything like that. I basically have to build a new base if I log back in, because I'm a long ways away from my base, just in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and get some more iron. Yeah, their entire spawn area for several thousand blocks when I came into it, it's covered in withers. So you gotta dodge withers all the time in order to until you get off the bottom, because you're literally spawning on bedrock most of the time. If you get real lucky, you'll spawn on a random piece of obsidian floating up in the air somewhere, and you might have a bit of water you can fall into someplace. One time I spawned on top of the ceiling of the entire place for some reason, and there was a good bit of obsidian up there, so I could walk around a little bit and get around. And that was like clear up at build height limit. It took me several tries to get out of the spawn area. I died, I think, twice. Probably twice. Let's see. But every time, here lately, they've been changing the entire spawn area. They went and took, like, I think, several thousand blocks in every direction and completely emptied it out to where there was absolutely nothing, and then completely filled it in with water. How you spawn in that situation, I think you just end up in the water, and you're basically at bedrock, and you've got to find either an air pocket somewhere, or you've got to somehow get clear up to build height before you die, which most of the time probably wouldn't even be possible. But I also heard that they took that down, like the water down. Probably it didn't even stay up very long, because there's always wars over the spawn area, and so it may not be so bad now. But when I was playing it, this is a couple years ago, I went and did this, I don't think I found any food for the first 5,000 blocks, and it was a long way to get out. I managed to find another portal fairly close by to spawn, kind of hang up in the air somewhere in some weird spot, and you know, you've got nothing. Like, you can't even mine stone because you've got nothing on you. So it's kind of like a death-defying parkour to get anywhere. You get lucky if you find some waters hanging someplace. Whole thing's a complete disaster area. Managed to get into the nether, and it was right on top of the nether ceiling, kind of like this here. But it was all blown out, like clear down to bedrock. And somebody made a bunch of highways going in every direction, pretty much out of obsidian, for thousands and thousands of blocks. So I just picked one of the directions and started walking, and several thousand blocks even in the nether away, I managed to get lucky and somebody left some melons. So I had a little bit of food. And then I'd found another nether portal and just popped out and walked out into the wilderness and made a base several thousand blocks away from the nether highway. Now the trick to the entire subject matter was I went and did that like right in the middle of the night. And what the hell is this doing here? But normally if you go there during the wrong time of day, or any time of day usually, I did it right before the server was going to restart, you're just going to get murdered. I did actually encounter one other person that was riding a pig at super speed because they got a hack client and they were able to do that. But I immediately just logged off when I saw him, so it worked out, and I came back later and walked away. But yeah, it's a server completely full of hackers. It's a real disaster area there. But it also has tons of really good builders. Some of the best Minecraft builders in the world, and possibly might be there. Not all of them, clearly, but there's some really good builders there. And like they'll get entire groups of people together. Decent sized groups even, and they'll go out and build a base together out in the middle of the map, which might be billions of blocks away from spawn, and they'll do it as a big clan, and they'll just sit there and build on this area for months or even a year or more together. There's like 20-30 people working on something, and sometimes you see some of those on YouTube, and they're amazing builds. What else do I need? I'm gonna go ahead and bring some gravel because I'm gonna need it. Alright, 30, that'll give me enough for 10 more picks. I got tons of this. Bring a little bit more food. Okay. I think we're in good shape. But there's actually a server very similar to that one, and I don't remember what it's called. I think it starts with an S. It's another anarchy server where you use hack clients and stuff, and you're allowed to do it, and you can duplicate anything. You can get there's like no rules at all on the entire server, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And there's a second one that they call it the sister server of 2B2T, and I played on that one a lot more. I think I played on that for like 2 weeks, maybe a month or something. And of course, it's a kind of server you're probably going to want to turn your chat off on because of the foul language. But it was much more pleasant because there wasn't a queue. You didn't have to wait an hour to get into it or anything. And it was a lot better experience in general, and it wasn't horribly laggy like 2B2T was. So I didn't really stay very long. There was a bit of I got very involved into a bit of drama actually, and I accidentally almost got the server shut down. There was somebody that posted basically snippets from a terrorist's manifesto in chat, and just trolling. The guy was just, you know, copy pasting a bunch of stuff just to screw with people. I didn't know what it was, and it was about some incident that happened in California at a college. Like there was a shooting or something at a college in California, and so they ended up posting enough information on the subject matter. I took the thing seriously, and I called up, well, I sent an email to the college, and they ended up investigating the server and contacted the server owner, and they actually shut down that server for one day just because I sent this huge chat log to them with like this terrorist manifesto in it. But yeah, I don't think anybody will even mention that in that particular server's history either. So it's just a little bit of a forgotten piece of their history. I don't know if they did anything further to circumvent that. Like, I don't know if they put in a chat filter or if they banned the guy that did it. But they probably just banned the guy that did it or investigated him or something. Who knows? But yeah, it was my me being naive, and I should have just ignored it personally. But whatever. It turned out to be nothing. Silly things happen sometimes. Well, finally made it back. Alright, let's see what chat's doing before I go falling to my death. Let's get past this and then I'll check chat. Might be a wiser decision. This takes a while. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The entire reason why I even started talking about 2B2T was the Nether Hideaway. This reminds me of the Nether Highway, and both servers actually that I was mentioning there. They both have one, but 2B2T, they have another highway that I think it goes out in all four cardinal directions clear to the world border, which is millions and millions of blocks out. And it's all been dug by hand. Well, maybe. I mean, these people using hack clients, they might have just told their client to go dig it, but, you know, still, it's an enormous undertaking to dig another highway clear out to a world border. It would take you, I think it literally took them several months, like 5 months to do it, just in one direction. And in that game, it still takes you, on that server, probably a week to get to the end of it, too. Like, you just have to dedicate a week to it. You'd get on, say, a pig, and you'd end up with a carrot on a stick, and you activate your right hack in your client, and then you end up with, like, the fastest horse. I mean, it's a pig, but you can make it go as fast, if not faster, well, significantly faster than the fastest horse goes. And you fly at super speed going down this Nether highway. Of course, it's got some treacherous spots in it too, so you kind of got to be present while you do it. I never tried any of the hack clients. I just seen them in videos, and I don't recommend them because, you know, they could take over your Minecraft account. But all this stuff does exist, and I found the whole subject matter rather fascinating. But yeah, you're not going to ever see me get to a world border with anything besides teleporting. It's not going to happen. And I don't have 5 months to go digging to do that. Plus, I doubt if my carpal tunnel would allow that. How are we doing? We're not far away. We're at 10:22. Tell you what, though, one thing's going to wear out. It's going to be my voice today. I've really been chatting it up. I can do it. Poof, poof. Let's see, what else is chat doing this day? Now that's not what I wanted. Something I was actually rather excited to see once they implemented it, and it's in the version I'm in now, and actually probably a couple minor versions before. Have you ever heard of Ender teleporting, Ender Pearl teleporting? I don't remember exactly what it's called, but basically it's a trick where you can suspend your Ender Pearl from busting once you've thrown it, and then later activate it while you're elsewhere and teleport back to the house. It requires a few certain techniques. You have to have the Ender suspender, Ender suspender. You have to have that thing in a loaded chunk that's it's going to be loaded even if you walk away from it. And you have to have some method to send a signal back to the thing to turn it off. Either that or somebody else can do it for you, one way or the other. Or you could put the thing on a timer, which is also an option. I had actually made one. And I actually showed it in a video that I've recorded, but I haven't edited it yet. But still, it's a really neat device. But it used to be extremely hard to do. You had to have this horribly complicated contraption in order to make one. And I had actually made that horribly complicated contraption and made one. But they'd recently made it so if you've got... what the heck? If you've got water with the bubbles in it that pushes you upward, you can easily suspend your Ender Pearl in a bubble stream, just floating at the top of the bubbles. And then you can, if you turn the bubbles off, it'll fall and it'll break, and you can teleport back to it. So that was a significantly easier way to do it. The way I was doing it before that, what I ended up using most recently was a slime block in water. And you would bounce the Ender Pearl up and down in a water stream, so it'd do it slowly, and it would keep it from breaking. And before that, I used this horribly complicated thing that was horribly buggy and unreliable, where it just got stuck in some moving blocks. They were going up and down a whole lot, and it would not break for some reason or other. It was a glitchy mess. But the real trick for the whole subject matter was not that I'd made something like that. It was that I had two different ways I could have it break the pearl. I had it hooked up to a timer to where 10 minutes goes by, it would teleport me back to the base, no matter where I was or what I was doing. Or I had a special mechanism I found online on YouTube. Somebody had made a method to send a signal, a redstone signal, by using your bed. As long as you were the only person on the server, you could use a bed, and it would tell a daylight sensor that there was a sudden, very quick change, basically. And it would tell my Ender suspender to turn off and bust the pearl. So it worked half reliably still, because the Ender suspender wasn't the best, and the mostly the chunk loader I had was awful. I think they changed how chunk loading works once again since then, so maybe it'll be easy now. I think they made a very easy method for keeping a chunk loaded. It used to be a real nightmare, and there for a while you couldn't even do it, I don't think. And then a long time ago, like I think 112 and below, it was very easy, like extremely easy to keep chunks loaded. But yeah, Mojang just keeps on playing with the mechanics on that, making it different. But I thought the entire subject matter was also fascinating because before I went and looked any of this stuff up, I didn't know you could even keep chunks permanently loaded. And that there was even ways to do it in the game besides modding it or something. Like, I'd seen certain mods that had like a chunk loader item. But yeah, there's vanilla ways to keep chunks loaded. Besides just your spawn trunks. Which some of those are always loaded anyway. Can I please play Wendy's training video hot drink? I've never heard of it. Huh. Yeah, Cookie Boots mentioning the dark oak tree and the nether ceiling. I think that was one of the methods to get through the nether ceiling. There's actually super easy ways to do it now. I can do it with one ladder and one ender pearl to get through. Of course, it's not a two-way method. It's just to get on top. It's pretty simple, honestly. I just turn this off, and I'll generally try to explain. Let's see if I can find the right spot for it. Alright, I think it would, a spot like this could potentially work. So what you would do here, is you'd put a ladder there, you take an ender pearl and just shoot it like right into that spot right there, and that would end up sticking you in this spot, and then you got a ladder, and then you could kind of climb up on the ladder and just keep jumping, and you'd end up outside. You'd end up on the ceiling. Super simple. Of course, getting back in, that's the hard part. But if you just wanted to make another portal up there and you had everything on your inventory to do it, you could easily get through the nether ceiling that way and stick another portal up there, hook that up to something in the overworld, and you can get in and out. That's the easiest way to do it. What else is going on? Okay, I still need a bit longer. If anybody would take a moment, go up to like the second message in the stream and then copy the coordinates and paste them into chat, that would help me out so I knew a little bit better as to exactly where my nether fortress is, because I got a coordinates posted in chat up there. Hopefully. Actually, I don't know if anybody was in chat early enough to see it but me. Good point. Alright, well, let me look at it again. I'll do it. Clear up the top. Yeah. Here it is. I'll just do it myself, because you guys might not have it in there. Paste. Alright. That'll make it so I got it for later. Oh, Remixedcat had it. Okay, thank you. I need to make some torches. I need to make some sticks. Alright, we're not far away at all. Several people did it. Yep, that's what I needed. Thank you. I wasn't sure if, I don't even know how much delay is going on here. I'm not entirely certain how the chat will work. I don't know if you can go back. I don't know if you can go back and read the beginning if you weren't here or not. I don't think you could in Twitch, but you might be able to here. Possibly. So. Trying to think of any other interesting glitches or exploits or something. One thing I do like is the exploit for duplicating TNT. Extremely useful for various farms if you gotta mine solid blocks and you make solid blocks with the farm, like cobble farms or tree farms or something. Basically, it's you move a TNT block that's attached to slime blocks next to a like into the spot where a coral fan was sitting that's also attached to the same slime blocks, and it just duplicates the TNT. If the TNT is supposed to be activated at that time. And it's a neat little trick. I've used it several times. Considering how difficult it is to get a hold of TNT in large quantities, specifically with the sand, it's a nice little trick. Now, if you made an efficient enough blast chamber, it's viable to not use it, actually. But that's extremely difficult to do. Like, if you're able to make a blast chamber that'll blow up 100 blocks at once with one piece of TNT, then yeah, I definitely see, you know, not using a duper. But considering most of the time you're blowing up like 4 blocks per TNT piece, I'd rather just go with the duper. And it's one of the few dupes, duplication tricks or exploits that I actually would support and use. Most of the others I don't care for various reasons. And just because they feel too hacky and exploity. But that one has not got too many good alternatives. Now, later if I manage to make an amazing and easy to make TNT blast chamber, maybe, you know. But, you know, I don't even have TNT. I don't have any way to make TNT on this map because I ain't got sand. Let's see. Yeah, I got a second monitor. Yeah, TNT blows up all the items and it explodes now. You used to have some amount of loss. I don't remember if it was 25%, something like that. But now all blocks should drop when an explosion happens. I wonder if they updated it so creepers do the same thing. I still think creepers lose blocks when they explode. Just from experience, I think that's the case, but I'm not certain. There's some other things I never got to show on camera that probably never will because I lost them. One time, CCR, Ace, Rob even, and there might have been some other people. We all got on a multiplayer server and played for a little bit. This was probably right before the Ocean update came out, and then also right after it came out. I ended up making an enormous fortress in the Nether and just lived in the Nether for quite a while. And that was different and kind of fun. Difficult. I think I might want to make something. That's probably not where I want that. That's probably not where I want that either. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and make myself a barrel. But it was interesting because I'd even made a bunch of rails and stuff to connect a bunch of nether areas for CCR and Ace. And they had built a bunch of stuff. We had this little town and that we'd all contributed to. I had a house on the outskirts. It was really, really nice. Not very big, but pretty nice. Rob made a big thing right in the middle. Poor Rob kept on getting trolled because CCR and Ace kept on sticking TNT near his house or in his house. Not really blowing it up, just having it there. Yeah, Rob's might have a little bit of video of some of that. At one point on that server, I'd actually done a little challenge for myself where I found an island right next to one of those What's it called? Guardians. They got the underwater guardian things in them. I forget what it's called right now. And maybe somebody in chat can let me know. I can't remember. It's got all the blue prismarine stone and stuff in it. But anyway, I found this island like right next to one. And I went and did like a survival island kind of thing. Which was pretty fun. And eventually went and defeated the entire thing. Like, you know, I managed to get enough resources together off the island. Then I went and defeated the that temple, Guardian Temple. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Ocean Monument? Sure, we'll go with that. And there was actually one time I joined a multiplayer server just out of the blue. Because I wanted to make a farm for Guardians. So I went off into the middle of nowhere on this server I'd never played on before and hadn't played on since. I don't even know which one it is anymore. And I went and defeated one of those one of those ocean monuments. Took the whole thing over, tore the whole thing down, filled it in with sand so I could clear all the water out of it. Dug all the sand out and built a farm for them. And it actually produced a decent amount of XP and quite a bit of items like the prismarine stone and stuff to make it. And I hooked the whole thing up to a little system for it was a filter of sorts. I'm probably overshooting a little bit. I hooked the whole thing up to an auto filter sorting system for the items, so I had all the items out of that I could want, and it was neat. It was a pretty big base, and I just used it as a base from then on. It was fun, but clearly I never did any video of it, so you're not ever going to see it most likely. Okay, we're about to break through, and we'll finally be able to get into this place without too much trouble. It'll be a long walk back and forth, but it's not too bad. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, did I bring... no. Somewhere, probably in the last chest quite a ways back, I got the ton of... what's it called? Gravel? Where I could just drop a gravel pillar down. Doesn't mean I'm going to do that, but I could. This is a little weird. Alright. Probably going to have to. Actually, I almost sprinted down to that because of the boots I have on. Okay, it's right over there. How am I going to get there? Okay, I need to go over, I'm going to guesstimate 10 blocks to my left. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That might be a little much, but we'll see. Yeah, I forgot I had Soul Speed 3 boots on. And I was standing on some kind of soul soil. Okay, random little bit of hollow spot, sure. Yeah, it is called the Ocean Monument, now that I remember. Oh, okay. I don't know why I sometimes just can't find the right words for certain things. Especially in a game I've been playing for years, you know? Probably because I don't talk about them much anymore. Alright, there's the hole. Am I in a good spot? No. I need another 6 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this. That looks right. Yeah, right in the center. Might have to bridge over to that spot later. Okay, so that'll work. I gotta go get the material for this, and then we can get to it. I don't know if I've got anywhere near enough stuff for this, but we'll see. Real trouble with what I'm about to do is the plan here is to drop a ton of gravel to make a column, and then I'm going to put ladders all the way down it. Try not to fall to my death, which is likely. And the problem here with that is, considering it's made out of gravel, if you break one of the bottom pieces of gravel, it'll break all the ladders off the whole thing. And it's certainly not gas proof. What I would like to do is, I don't have enough stuff for it, but I would have liked to make like a tube out of gravel and have the ladders down the center of the tube. That way I can't get any line of sight for ghasts. What I could do, if I can pull it off, is make the thing, get to the bottom, and then make a tube out of the netherrack of the rest of it, and then I'd be okay. But that just assumes I manage to get to the bottom without getting my backside blown off by a ghast, which who knows. I also have only so much ladder, and by the looks of it, that's quite a drop. I don't know if 52 is enough. It's probably a bit longer than a 52 drop. And there's a good chance I'm going to run right by the chest I'm after that has the stuff in it. It's most of the way back home. Of course, if I find the end of this, then I'll know. Oh, come on. So you actually go a little faster if you are in a too wide or a too tall spot like this and then hop a lot. You actually go a good bit faster. Too bad I haven't got like a boat and a ton of ice. That would have been real nice, but that would have took a lot of time to dig out a bigger, wider path and place all that. But it's not like we're going to be doing this too often, I hope. Managed to not die in the lava yet, so hopefully I won't. Honestly, I'm likely to get withered to death here, frankly, in this episode. Or, more likely than anything, I'm likely to die by falling into... just falling. Very likely to just fall to my death. Jesus, this is a long, long ways out here. Okay, here it is. I need this. I might as well take some of this. Probably not that much. Alright. Well, give my right hand a rest while my left hand gets a workout, pushing down the W key here. So, how y'all doing? Hope I hadn't bored you completely to death with this nether tunneling. Probably have, but at least the commentary might have been okay. Alright, so this week coming, my plans are Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be working on my game. I think Tuesday my new USB ports come in, and I'll hook those into the computer on Tuesday. There's a chance I'll have a small stream on Tuesday night if my ports come in, because I need to check to see whether my audio setup will fizzle out or not. So let me know if it does it. I mean, you can even let me know now if you hear me do it. I'd like to know how often it fizzles out, because I don't know. I assume it's only going to act up like once every couple hours. But I could be wrong. If it's doing it every 10 minutes, I want to know. So I'll do a test stream on Tuesday night if my ports come in. And I get it installed. Because, you know, they might not even show up till 8 p.m. or something. Our mail's been going late sometimes for packages. It's weird. If I don't do one Tuesday, I'll definitely have one on Wednesday regardless. And on Wednesday, if I had had a chance to do a test recording, I'm probably going to spend Wednesday recording videos of Oxygen Not Included, and I'll put those out. I'm wanting to do enough to where I have a video every day. The only reason why I haven't had any out today, tomorrow, and the next day is just because my audio setup. I don't want them to be screwed up in the audio. It's not so big of a deal with a stream. There's not going to be a ton of people that's going to be going to watch a 3-hour stream or 6 3-hour streams or something. But these streams are more like kind of impromptu, stream of consciousness out of my head, less formal. They're just, you know, us hanging out and having fun. It's not that often. It's only happened twice through the whole stream, and it only happened for less than a minute though. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I don't know when it's gonna do it, so yeah, that's why. So that's good. Thanks, Rob. I didn't really know how often it was gonna be. Speaking of which, I don't even know how often I've been recording. Let me check. It's been almost 2 hours now. Okay, so approximately 1 an hour. That's not bad. But I might be recording those videos for like a 3-hour chunk. Half-hour piece or something. I think I did a 2-hour chunk initially because there was 4 videos. Hiccup. Alright, and then so that's Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday I'm gonna be working on my game again, probably. Unless plans change for some reason or other. And then, of course, the weekend comes again, and I'll probably stream both days. Alright, I'm thinking that I need to stick my stuff here. Alright. Okay, that'll work. Might take it a minute, but this will work. Make sure that didn't completely screw itself. No, that's good. Let's see. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the schedule. Alright, so anyway, that's the schedule, assuming nothing else happens this week, so it's hard to say if anything else will. Actually, I got a good bit of gravel here. I might actually be able to tube this a little bit, make a tunnel. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. It didn't take as much as I thought. At least it gets some of the tunnel done. Let's see. Alright, that's landing in a good spot, so that'll work. I'd actually used this particular method a long time ago. Probably the first adventure map I ever played. It was a very, very simple map. It was a map where it was like a survival island, except you started on a boat, and there was nothing but water nearby. I think the only solid blocks besides the boat itself was the ocean floor and what was below it, but that was like 20 blocks below you. And this was kind of like new at the time too. Like even making custom adventure maps was new at the time. So I played this map where like there was a book in the boat and it gave you a whole bunch of objectives to do. And in order to have, and it had some gravel in the bottom of the boat, intentionally left there just so you could do this, so you could make yourself a tube out of the gravel and get down to the bottom safely without drowning. It actually might have been more than 20 blocks deep, but it was so deep to where you had a really hard time. I don't want you anywhere near me. Alright, that's good. Glad I brought the bow. But it was so deep that you would almost drown, or you'd at least be taking damage anytime you hit the bottom and tried to get back up. Of course, I think air and holding your breath worked differently back then. This was way, way long ago, probably during the beta of Minecraft. I actually bought this game on the very last day of alpha. So I had this game for a very, very long time. Oh. Okay, not as bad as I thought. For a moment there I thought a ghast had just shot at me, but that's not a ghast, so I might be able to deal with it. Oh crap. Slight mistake was made. Alright, what I'm gonna do here. Let's put this there. I don't need many ladders, but I need some ladders. Probably enough? Yeah, plenty. Alright. Another rack, the rest. I have an entourage. Should be good. They're still up here and following me around. They can really fly. A very, very long ways. Alright, get this done. I may be able to explore this place a little bit. There we go. So Rob bought this game around 1.2.5. I'm probably the beta, but I'm not sure. Cookie Boot got this around the jungle update. That was definitely during the beta. Quite a while ago. I don't like what I'm seeing outside here. I actually didn't put the shield on either. Well, I got rid of them anyway. Alright, heal please, Flux. Zach P got it in late alpha. That was a long time ago now. A long time ago. Now they actually had a special running, and that's why I bought it. If I think it was within the last week or so of the alpha, you had like a half price for Minecraft, so I didn't pay much at all. And then they either added $5 on, or they doubled the price like as soon as beta hit, I think. Could use a door. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I could use one. Ow! Stop it. Stop it! I'm trying to do stuff here. I should probably shoot that guy. That would work. Yeah, I think I only paid $10 for Minecraft. It was $30? I didn't even know it ever went up that high. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that Minecraft ever got to $30 for it. I wonder if I'll die here. Nope. Okay, I didn't. There was a chance. I'm gonna stand here and heal for a minute. Probably. Go make myself a little somewhat safe area. Huh. The hell? I thought I was safe. Okay. Still waiting on that health to come back. Anyway, speaking of Microsoft having Minecraft, they're planning on making everybody migrate over to a Microsoft account of some kind. Frankly, I think it's an unnecessary step, but whatever. I just don't really like that they're doing that. They haven't yet done it, so maybe they won't. I don't know. I just don't like the idea. Alright, what to do besides catch fire constantly? Alright, so we got a spawner right there, which isn't too hard for me to get to. We still got these things everywhere. We got one of those there, which I can shoot, probably. Yeah, I might even be able to knock them off. Yep. Okay, there goes that. I'm thinking that I might just walk right over here and block some of this off so we don't have as much traffic. Do a bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Okay. And do the same thing here. Should work. Okay. Something has my number and really wants me dead. A bunch of stuff over there does. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get close to that mess. That literally hot mess right here. And there's things trying to spawn in over here too, so I'm gonna make it safer for me. I don't want that block there. Okay. Relatively safe. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick some safer spots for me here and there, so if any of these spawn in, I'll have a decent spot for me to hide behind if I need to heal. Alright, should work. We're going to do another one of these for long. Okay. I don't want that guy there. Oh, come on. This is a real problem without some kind of fire resist. At least I got some chicken. Leroy Jenkins says, as he dies, but well. Oh, come on, heal up already. Okay, that'll help a little bit. Alright, we got 2 of these. Got 1. Okay. Let me just scoot you off the edge. Ah! I almost got scooted off the edge. Now, my shield could probably really help me out, but I actually have to go and use it. That's the hard part, apparently. Okay, I want to heal. Hurry up. Alright, some speedy healing from my chicken. Chicken nuggets. Kind of reminds me of the old Super Hostile days. I played a ton of those Vex Super Hostile maps. They were fun. I ought to get into that again. Maybe I'll stream me doing those. Ugh. Alright, that's how you do it. Somehow I caught fire anyway. Retreat! Alright. Speaking of my retreats, I should probably stick something here. A couple things here, really. Oh, well, not quite what I meant, but alright, sure. We'll stick a couple crafting tables here. I wanted to make a chest so I could store anything real valuable. Like that, and that, and that. I suppose that. And half of that. Should work. I should probably be shooting some of these things, shouldn't I? I forgot I had arrows. Huh. Where'd he go? He's right there. There he is. Get him. Dangerous game with the pigmen standing right there. This is kind of BS. Being shot at from all directions. I'm not going to waste arrows on those. This might be another time where my mic cuts out, because I just noticed my scrolling didn't want to scroll. So maybe my USB was like, nope, not working. Don't know. What the heck? What the heck? Go ahead and give myself a nice fortified position. Alright, eat up real quick and go into the fireplace. Nothing. Ouch. Don't you think I got enough to worry about over here? This thing's taking its time spawning anything too. Alright, that'll help. Oh, 2 of them. Too slow. I was too slow, specifically. Alright. Might not be a bad idea to stick a roof on this. Maybe. But there's a chance things will spawn on the roof, but not terribly likely. Alright, I got a little bit of a defensive position here. Hey, Devil's Ranger, welcome back. I'm over here risking life and limb. worked out. Success! I don't think it dropped anything. Oh, crap. There we go. Oh, what the heck? Oh, something did spawn over here on top of this. Ah! You're being problematic. Go away. Get off my roof. What the heck? What the heck? Everything wants me dead. That's normal in this game anyway. Gotta get it? Yeah. Things are being a little problematic over here. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of any blaze rods. Oh, hi. I'm gonna have dinner before I take care of that guy. Where'd he go? Woo. The hell helped me? Oh, he literally touched my head or something. Now this blaze rod's gonna hit the lava for sure, but it'll be safer. Ugh, didn't get that shield up fast enough. Might die, probably not, but oh, come on. Woo! I just put that there for a minute and keep sticking a ceiling on here. Alright. Fortunately, this short area here, I don't think anything will spawn in this. I think you need 3 tall to get the skeletons or the blazes to spawn in this area, so I should be okay. Holy carp, the legend, CCR9. I hadn't seen you on the chat in ages. Hey, how you doing? How's the Coast Guard Academy treating you lately? Hey, got one. I'm on fire anyway. That's normal. Let's see. I'm just gonna go put this here. Go ahead and soften them up a little bit. Huh, killed that one off and ran out of stuff. I might have arrows over here. Indeed, not many. There's one right over on the other side of the wall. Alright. Let me get out while I have a butt to burn. Okay, we're up to 5. I might want to go ahead and just throw a ceiling on this. One block shy. Okay. We should be relatively safe. By we, I mean I. I should be relatively safe until I go intentionally get myself killed. Oh yeah, I got one more semester to go. What happens after you've graduated? Do you go out like on a boat or permanently? Like, or yeah, do you have an office somewhere? Or, and did you ever manage to get to the point where you could fly aircraft? Or is there further training that you have to do? Because I don't really know. Alright. I am so close to death. Oh! Ah! If I didn't eat that chicken right then and there, I would have died. Would have keeled over. Alright, I'm trying to think. I need at least 6, preferably a couple more blaze rods. And no, I'm going to need more than 6. I'm probably going to need at least 8, preferably 10 blaze rods, and then I should be out of here. Oh, so you don't know what your station is? Alright. Well, that makes good sense. They tend not to tell... The military tends not to tell you squat until it happens. Oh, he was right in my face. Ah, still got hit. Well, at least you're following your dreams. That's more important than damn near everything, in my opinion. I have a severe chicken deficit. Well. Ouch. 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 Okay, that is what? What do I got? 7 or 8? 8. Alright, that's good. If I can get... Oh god. If I can get one more, I'll be in good shape. I got 13 arrows. That's a maybe. Okay, that might be enough to get out of here in one piece. Of course, I don't know what's on the other end of this wall right now. We could be facing certain death over here. Debatable. It depends on if these guys are pissed. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright, fine. And certain death. Certain death. Matter of factly. I'm just gonna drop those off right there. Jeez, look at all these. They're everywhere. Alright. And we have a ghast. I've got 9 arrows left. There's a crowd of these things in the way. Oh man. This thing ain't even thick enough. Alright. I was thinking about just tunneling through the bridge, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Trying to get their attention. Hey guys, this way. There we go. This place is crazy good for spawning in these wither skeletons. I've never seen a place spawn them in like this before. Not like this, not this thick. Usually you gotta fight to find these things, at least in some spawns, but this one, not so much. They're just everywhere. What do you want? You got beef with me? Apparently he had beef with him and got himself wrecked. That was cool. And still got one more. Well, I guess we'll just pull them in. Where'd it go? Oh! And of course the Bernie boys are in the way. And shooting right in my face. Ugh. I haven't got the food to deal with this. Alright, see what I can get out of this. I don't have any other food whatsoever. Alright, so we're gonna have to find a way to make this work. I think that hit him. I think that did too. There we go. Alright. Should be good. I gotta get in here. How did I get in? Or get out? I don't even know. Alright. Clear. I think I jumped out of that hole. Whew. Success! Now when I get to the roof I can turn the music back on. But we're... I gotta go back down. When I get back... I left the blaze rods back in the chest. Ah. 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 Alright, fine. I'm gonna go over here and die. Ah. I'm probably gonna die with them trying to get back. Ah. Ah. This isn't bull. This is some real bull. Mistakes were made. Alright. Might be able to make this safe enough. Oh, I heard Skeleton. He's heading my way. If I get hit by that, I'm dead. Alright, I got 8. I might be able to... Hold up! Move! Chest, damn. It almost killed me. I got stuck on the chest. Alright, I don't think those ones are mad at me. I think they chilled out. Let me test that theory. Theory tested. Dead. I'm dead. Lost the blaze rods. Ah! Can't win. Can't win. WTF barbecue. Alright. Dying constantly. That's what I always do. Alright, fortunately, if I get back to there fairly quick, I can pick the stuff up. Shouldn't be too long, too hard since I got the tunnel all the way there. If anybody happens to be... give me a second, I need to make somebody a mod. Add moderator. Alright, I think you know who to ban. There you go. Well, waifu. You can take care of business. I've made you mod. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back there as soon as I possibly can. Actually. Let's see here. Remove. Hide user. There we go. There we go. Alright, should work. There we go. Back to the game. Hopefully that didn't lose me too much time. I gotta run down here as fast as I possibly can and hopefully pick up all my junk. It may respawn and it may not. If it does, well, I have to go get more blaze rods. Oh, that would suck. Dodo Bird 22. I just, I got to the nether fortress, managed to collect all the blaze rods I needed, and he died. Oh, about the SC800A1B guy, he was saying very inappropriate words in chat. That's why I banned him. There you go. So. That's all it takes. Now if I can get back here and I get my junk, then we can get back out and I can get back home and then we can move on with our lives. I have some nether eye or some eyes of ender, and I just want to throw one, like, and see if there is a end portal that's even spawned or not. There should be, but I don't know if it's been completely removed from this map setting or not. So we'll know before the end of this episode. Alright, spacebar, don't fail me now. Might break my spacebar. This is a long ways. I can get there. Whoosh. I figured there'd be a death somewhere in this episode, but honestly it went about the way I thought. I figured I'd die to a blaze or more likely a wither. And it was a wither. It just spawned in the worst possible location it could have spawned for me and murdered me. Right when I was my weakest. If I just had a couple more pieces of chicken with me, I would have been fine. But I didn't want to waste it all, like a whole stack here. And, well, I should have just brought an entire stack of chicken and I would have been okay. Oh well, it's better to be more prepared, especially since how easy it is for me to get stacks and stacks upon chicken right now. I should have just done it. I'll keep that in mind for next time. I'll try to have a whole stack of food on me, rather than trying to conserve so much. How long is this tunnel? I already know the answer to that. It's about 1,050 blocks, or no, 1,450 blocks approximately. And that's just in one direction before it turns this way for another 100. Sorry for the, once again, awful video of me running through a tunnel. I could attempt to fill it with something witty or interesting to say, but that would require some brain and some effort, and that's not always available. Especially the brain part right now. I'm thinking of other things. Well, moment of truth will be at the bottom.
What about dinner?
Yeah. As soon as I'm done with this stream, which I'm going to guess in 15 minutes,
Okay.
I hope, we'll look into dinner. He's still here. No, that's my stuff. Okay. Whew. Now the question is, did the blaze rods make it? No. The blaze rods didn't make it. Of course.
Oh, you lost all your blaze rods?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Everything else made it but the blaze rod.
F.
Yeah. Like literally almost everything. Not quite. I mean, I lost some armor.
Oh, you need a hug.
Thank you. But I'm going to see about getting at least one blaze rod. That way we can test theories. And then I'll have to come back and get more blaze rods. Put that there. Let's see if I got... Is that a chest piece I need? Chest piece. Chest piece. Bow didn't make it either. Oh well. Let's see about making this a little safer. Hi! I don't want you here. Go away. These will spawn eventually. Okay. Still didn't pick one up. There's fire everywhere. Ha! Come on. Come on. Heal me. You can do it. Go. Come on. There we go. Get a little bit more than that. Need some health. You can do it. In the meantime, tons of blazes spawn while I'm too close and I'm not thinking about it. Mistakes were once again made. At least quite a while back I learned how to read these guys. That as soon as they start catching on fire real hard, like they end up with flames all around them, more than they already are normally, they're about to attack. So they got an easy tell. The real problem is when you get a room open like this, there is bound to be somebody about to attack you no matter what. I would like a little bit to show for my efforts. My face is on fire. At least shield's holding up, that's good news. Only took me 8 years. The hell. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the song and dance back on. I suppose I can go do that real quick. Might be a few minutes. Anyway, I'll go ahead and hit the top song. This is my wife's, I think this is her second album. Might be her third album, actually. This is Where the Cats Play by Remixedcat. And it's got like 17, I think, songs in it. And it's really, really good. She's got 3 albums out so far, I think, and another one coming out on the 8th of January. You can you can check out all her music she got out so far on Spotify if you want, but she's also on several other music services, some of which you can even buy it for. And streaming or buying actually helps support us both, so hey, if you're interested, those are options. I could use some health bar. Thank you. Hey, got one. I had the shield up. It didn't care. I might just be burning to death. There actually should be a link to Remixedcat's music page and Spotify in the description of the video. Probably. I think there is. There's supposed to be. If you're interested. What is this? Things are getting pretty hairy in there. Oh, nice. Thunk. I got 2. It's not too bad. I got a 3rd and a thing over there. No, the one in the description links for the other album? I didn't realize, sorry. I'll have to update that for this and the previous video. Oh hey, that worked out. Ah! They were in my face! They spawned in my face! Hey, it worked. I thought that was going to go to the lava. It didn't. Success! We might just make it out of here this time. Let me go and store these. There's 6. We're not doing too bad. I can get the whole 8 to 10 of them, I think. Plus now I got some practice. Yeah, that one went to the lava. Guaranteed. He rushed me and got right in my face. Alright. Place is on fire. Well, come on. I need some more, but not too many. Helmet's about to pop. Not in my face. Ah! I didn't think you could spawn in here. Well then. Unexpected. I did not think they could spawn in here. I wonder if he just snuck in from the back or something. No, I got this all blocked off. Odd. So, now I'm thinking about what to have for dinner. We actually have some leftover curry spaghetti. One of us could eat. I had pierogies for lunch, so I don't want that. Spaghetti in general sounds good to me. Oh, jambalaya. I might make myself jambalaya if my wife wants something else. I'm getting out of here while the getting's good. Woo! The getting was good. Alright, I got another 2. What do I got? Is that enough?
Yeah, I still
See,
can't.
it's
I still
close.
can't taste much. So maybe you can make me.
Thank you. What?
Maybe you could just make me some, either some ravioli or maybe.
Yeah, I can do that. That's
And
easy.
you can have the.
Yeah, I could eat the curry coconut spaghetti if you
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah, because I can't taste it. I can't taste anything like high pitched, but I can taste low pitched stuff and sweet stuff is all I can taste right now.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't even fucking smell anything.
Okay, we'll do that for dinner.
Yeah. I guess you could just do that.
You die again.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Oh, it's hot. Poor Andy.
Mistakes were made.
Oh, no.
Alright, so, I think it's long enough and I'm starving to death, so thanks for joining. Next stream is going to be probably Tuesday, is my guess. Most likely. If not Tuesday, I'll definitely have one out on Wednesday. And that'll be that. We're going to, in the next stream, go back, get my blaze rods, probably get a handful more, come back and start the quest for trying to find the nether the end portal. We'll head that direction. That's going to take a lot of bridging material, which I can just use whatever blocks around like wood, so should be okay. That's a great idea, Dodo Bird 22. If I need to go do a whole bunch more with blazes, I could throw a cauldron down and throw water in it. That's a decent idea. So I didn't think of that. Good idea. Good thinking. Well, peeps, I'll catch you later. Have a good night. Have a good week. And I'll see you next time.